Good evening, everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. Little unbeknownst to you, this is actually take two. We tried this last night, ran out of time again, so you didn't see anything because I was just going to video it. However, tonight we're going to stream it, so whatever goes bad goes bad. Hope y'all enjoy. The Just Flight BAe146-100 on the line, Sheridan, Wyoming to Gillette, Wyoming, flying for Aspen Air with Piedmont Virtual Airlines. So I hope you enjoy the flight. Yesterday we had a little more weather than we see today, but we'll see how that all changes. But for now, we got a great flight lined up for you. Stay tuned. We'll be up and going here in just a few minutes. So again, the BAe146 Sheridan to Gillette, Wyoming. All right, we got the music silenced. Hey, welcome aboard again, Flying with Mike. In case you missed it, because you maybe were in the ad break or something like this, you're looking at the Just Flight BAe146. This is the Dash 100 version, the smallest. And we're taking it with Aspen Air. It's an old airline. I don't even think there's any hint of it anymore. Obviously flying Colorado, Wyoming, and they did fly these aircraft over to San Francisco and LA, I believed, and down into Texas. So it's, you know, it's not an airplane you would expect to see on routes like that, but they did a pretty good job, I think. So I hope you enjoy. We're going to be flying it up in Wyoming from Sheridan over to Gillette. Now, I'm a little familiar with Gillette from my railroad days, albeit I never got there. Brookings, I think it was, South Dakota, was where the BNSF crews changed, and then they took it on, or came from Gillette, and then we headed down to Alliance. So I hope you enjoy this flight. This is not a long flight at all, but I hope you do get a chance to enjoy. With the way I've been going here lately, these short flights like we did last week, I think La Garbage Can to Philadelphia, and now today we're doing this one. So they kind of come in handy. So, but this one is a whole 109 miles. We think we can do it. Yeah, we'll see. I doubt it. 23 minutes. Oh, but anyway, it's going to be fun. And yes, I will be using the checklist, so do expect, you know, a fair amount of quiet time while I'm trying to get everything squared away. Do not treat it, well, you can treat it as a tutorial if you so desire. But I am not officially calling this a tutorial, but you could follow along with what I'm setting up. Where I'm getting my information is right out of the aircraft folder. Look for documents or manuals and you'll see the 146 stuff. And just, you got to scroll to find it. Flying the BAe Oh, flying the BAe146. Sorry, folks. Like I said, I've been up since 4 in the morning, so bear with me, please. A little bit of uh, just just know that I'm tired. So, anyway, let's get going. Before we get going, you do see that we have a verse for the flight, Romans 1:6. And I'm going to be honest, I am not ashamed of being a Christian. And you all know I do share my faith here. Um, I look at it two ways. One, Jesus commissioned us in the end of Matthew's gospel to go out and make disciples, who then make disciples, who then make disciples. But I would really feel horrible if when we die, we come together and you go, why didn't you ever tell me about this? As I'm sitting there with Jesus and you're headed to the other place. So I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes. Very simple message. To the Jew first, and also the Greek. Now, the Greek part always confuses people. So only the Jewish folk and the Greek go. The Greek, in the biblical times, New Testament times, were Gentiles. We, unless you actually are Jewish, everyone else is a Gentile. And when Jesus died on that cross, he opened that avenue up so Gentiles could come. Don't believe me? Go read the 5th book of the New Testament, the book of Acts, the Acts of the Apostle, ACTS, in case my pronunciation isn't going well. It's actually pretty good to read about the first, the early Christian church. You learn quite a bit what they went through, and this man by the name of Saul of Tarsus, who villainized and literally went after the early Christian church, would encounter Jesus and go on to write 3/4 of the New Testament. Changed man, I mean, totally, inside out, and just led hundreds and thousands of people to Christ back in the 1st century church. Pratt PT6, welcome aboard. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So yeah, I am not ashamed, and I am willing to talk to people. If you have questions, feel free to look me up on Discord. We've got links that go through here every so often, plus in the on the channel and on my YouTube channel. So I'll gladly answer any questions or find the answers if I by chance don't know. And there's probably a good chance I may not know. So, but I am not ashamed at all of the gospel. Jesus has done a lot for myself as well as my family. And it's just faith, folks. Just believe. That's the part that I think blows people's minds away, just how simple it is. Y'all think, oh my God, I got to go to seminary and I got to go to school and this. No, it's so simple. One of the biggest scholars back in the day of Jesus, when he walked the earth, and yes, he walked the earth. Not only does the Bible tell us that, but so do many of the poets and writers and stuff we have found through their writings attest the man lived and died on a cross. So, but God loved this world so much that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him will have everlasting life. He didn't send Jesus to condemn us. He sent Jesus to save us. We're already condemned, folks. Our sin is what is condemning us. Jesus saves us from our sin. He rose from the dead 3 days after dying on the cross, taking our sins, forgiving them past, present, and yet to come, and took the death out of the payment for our sins. You may not find that you die immediately, but the payment, the due debt for your sin is death. He took that, and you will go to the earth, but your spirit will live on with Jesus. So, but anyway, I just wanted to get that out so people do understand. I am not ashamed of my faith, nor will I ever be. Like I said, it has done a lot in my own personal life as well as with my family. Just what Jesus has done for us. So let's get with it. Again, I'm not officially calling this a tutorial or anything like that, but follow along. Hopefully I'll do a better job flying it this time. You never know. Let me turn some things on that I had to turn off. All right, there we go. I'm going to go ahead, but I hope it doesn't get in the way. All right, so let's look at it. Okay, BAe146 sits on the line here. Chalked up. We just need to open the doors and let the passengers in. Like I said, I wish we would have been able to fly it yesterday and you all would be watching the YouTube today. But time got the best. A couple of things happened. I'm going to make sure I don't touch those buttons. I'll point them out, but I won't touch them. All right, so let's get in the cockpit, get this going. All right, whoop, wrong one. I'm so used to doing that, I forgot it's over here too. Right, we'll open up the forward packs. Go ahead and get the GPU running. We'll get the aft door open, cargoes. Now would probably be the best time to look at the flight real quick on Elevatech. It's not like Sim Toolkit where we get a really good briefing, but we do get a lot of, pertinent information. All right, so you can see where we're flying up here. Now, Denver is open right now here. So we'll come online, we'll fly and do the best we can with the radios and everything going on. It's nice when you have two people doing one's on the comms, one's on the plane. So oh man, sorry for that cough. Oh, I hate when they come out of nowhere. Ugh. I couldn't get quick enough to the mute button. All right, I think I've recovered. I think I saw one or two of my lungs come out that time, but no worries, Oh wait, we only have two, sorry. All right, so let's look at the flight. And by the way, if you're on Elevatech, that is this button once you have your flight in here. Okay, again, 109 miles. Disregard cost index. This isn't a cost index plane. Mach 0.70 is what we'll try for. Weights will be pretty close. I think I can hit the weights again. And we'll get our fuel to 8,741 pounds, probably a little heavier. Game plan, a runway 33, Herca, Midge, Genie to 34. All right. Like I said, this is by no means, you can tell 104 or 109 nautical miles, this is not going to take long. While we're here, let's look at it on charts. All right, and I'm going to show something some of you may not know. Now, granted, I could click here and we're pretty good, but you know, instead, I'm going to go to import from SimBrief. This will be the latest information flight plan wise. So that gives you a better look at what's going on. Obviously, we have VATSIM, so we'll click that. And I think that's all. Well, we'll go ahead for the weather, but I don't think there is any within our flight. Doesn't appear so. All right, over here you got your runway. We're planning. It looks like winds are calm. Same kind of deal over at Gillette. Now, if we do have ATISs, they would be here. And say intentions for these kind of airports really sucks. So forgive me for being pretty blunt, but it really does. Tell me the runway. It doesn't. So we're kind of screwed there. We have to come up with it. Or in the case of Gillette, ATC does. So they're saying 3-3. That's way down here. I may actually take 2-4 with a calm wind. Over in Gillette, terminals here, 3-4. Yeah, well, if that's what's available, we'll take 3-4. All right, so let's get with it here and get this plane going. That's what y'all are here for. So again, we've got the GPU, the air stairs out. I'm sorry, the stairs, aft door open, cargo. Let's set all of this first, because what we're going to do is use the APU. So I'm just using the mouse wheel down to 55. All right, we need at least 87. So I'm going to bring it up to 3,000 each. You know what? Let me try something. It won't let me. I was kind of hoping to be able to. All right, yeah, you can see it's a little time consuming. And now that brings us to 6. Okay, here comes 8,700 minimum. Okay, so we need a little more out here. Okay, bit more. All right, 9,000. We'll go a little heavier. That'll work. Okay. last thing is our zero fuel weight. We are showing right now 28,007. Wait, was that right? Oh, oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, we gotta bring the fuel weight way down. I was in kilograms, folks. Sorry. I was trying to figure out why things weren't matching up right. We'll get her yet. And okay, I think we're good. All right, now zero fuel weight. 63,991 pounds. All right, we get to add some. About 300. Huh. That's all we can put in. That's amazing. Okay, we'll go with it. So we got a little bit more fuel and a little less on our zero fuel weight. So we'll close these and we'll take a look outside. See them closing up right now. So that's ready. That's ready. Let's get in here and prep up the plane now. Again, this is where I could get quiet, and I'm not going to turn myself. Well, yeah, I will. What the heck? How's it look? Okay. Let's be fair to y'all. Let's see. Okay, that'll work. I'll go ahead and start charging it for the night anyway. Okay, there we go. All right, so here we go. Prep it up. Don't be afraid to use this arrow. That gives you a lot of checks you could do, like your radar. Try to stay away from this. What this will do is set you to cold and dark or ready for takeoff, although it didn't do the ready for takeoff yesterday, so be careful with it. Also, your autopilot is here. TMS when we get to a thrust management system, flight computer, and checklist if you want to use this one on board. And of course, just the quick overview of what's open, what's closed, all that good fun stuff. So don't be afraid of it. It really does help you. All right, next up, come down here. We want to make sure we're on standby. We are for the transponder. Air brake is in, meaning closed, and y'all are going, wait a minute, spoilers are down and up. No, this actually opens up, hang on, the tail here. This piece right under the rudder opens up like a speed brake to help in maintaining speed and when you land, because guess what? No reverse thrust. Okay, so again, speed brakes closed. Flaps are indeed up. And I do see a parking brake set. We'll double check when we fire up. Speaking of, here comes the batteries. Okay. And I will be doing this quite a bit. Okay, flight directors are off. back up to here. All right, nav lights on, so they know we have power. And let's see, auto, armed. Okay. And then again, gears down, 3 green. Okay, and again, one more check, parking brake set. All right, up top. All right, now I'm going to turn on the yaw dampers, autopilot, avionics, and the, oh, avionics has 2, sorry. I'm going, why am I turning a master switch on? This is not a Piper. Okay, moving down, we're going to go to the anti-skid lift spoilers, anti-skids on, and lift spoilers on. Okay, back down to the electrical panel. Okay, bus ties on, standbys on, galley on, APU gen on, and Gen 4 and Gen 1 are offline. APU is right here. Okay, APU available. Let's go ahead, get the air on. Pack 1, pack 2 on. Light up the cat, light it up. Okay, bear with me, I'm gonna light up some more down here. And while I'm here, okay. All right, now we're going to test the MVS message system, message warning system. Press the red button. All looks good. And we'll clear those again. All right, we'll do a quick hydraulic test. All right, AC pump on. Oop, I went to auto. Let's go on. PTU on. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move down a little bit here. Okay. Emergency lights armed. Now this is a good time to go to your autopilot panel and turn your yaw dampers on. Where they're actually located, hang on. Whoop. Right here is your autopilot. So you can see it's in a kind of a, you know, rough area to start with. So yeah, you might want to use the little helper here. And you can size them. Move them around wherever you want. You don't have to go with default. There we go. And then just call it and they go away. All right. Now we're going to check the oxygen, and that's it. And then we can get into some other things. Okay, valves on. Air's coming up. We can test. Okay, and all right, now we can get the passengers to start boarding. Ground handlers doing their thing. I'm going to get rid of this one because I do know it gets in my way. All right, and we're going to go ahead and start. Let's get the FMC up and readied. Now, real quick, so people understand what we're using. I'm just going to leave them here. But if you come up to plugins, BAe146 FMC, you've got these choices. I'm using the custom UFMC, and you will need to go into your aircraft folder. Hang on, let me get it right. Look for go into X-Planes root folder, look for custom data, then inside that folder look for UFMC. If that didn't sound right, try Uniform Fox Mike Charlie. Inside that folder, you may have to make one that says flight plans, one word, to then stick these in when you get it. You can use the downloader, obviously, and it'll stick them in anyway for you. So, from SimBrief. So, something to think about. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Sorry, folks. Trying to figure out what did I push. Desktop Pilot Society. All right, I may swing in there later. Give me a second or two. Okay, maybe 1,000. No, no, seriously, I'll check it out. Here, give me a second. All right, getting some things I didn't go. Okay, so we'll click FMC. You're going to find out this works a lot like what you're used to with the Boeings. Okay, we are at KSHR. Clicking. Route. Now, we do have a company route. The only thing I wish it would do is when you click the line select by it, it goes to it or shows what you have. But I guess because some people never empty them out, it's probably why they don't. Just making sure. Okay, GCC, okay. Company route in, execute, and as you can tell, you don't have to put the destination in. Today we're Aspen 77, and we'll go ahead and activate and execute. All right, so real quick, there's they are, Herka Midge Jenny. I don't know if that's correct, but we'll go with it. Oh, sorry. Now I get the burps. Okay, we are going to go off runway 24. There are no SIDs here, so we don't have to worry about standard, turns and this and that. It's just we're going to fly off 24, work our way to the first, go direct to the first fix as best we can. Okay, let's do the arrival. Now, this could get a little tricky, but as long as we hook up with 3-4, you can see we're pretty decent. Now the cool thing here is I am going to pre-file. We're going to come up on ATC, and when he sees us, hang on, comms and comms. That's what I was thinking. Okay, and I was just looking, I know you're all going, how the heck did you see that? I was using XPilot to see what the frequency was. Okay, so now that we've pre-filed, well, actually I have not pre-filed yet. Stand by. Uh-oh, what did I not do? Oh, I know what I did. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. We're still good. I'm gonna go B. All right, a lot of things, because I know what I did not do. 20, I think we can still make it. 13,000? Really? Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's just a hop, skip, and a jump, literally. Yeah. Okay. Did I hit file? I don't think so. All right. Now I'm going to connect. All right, now we're going to be getting to this, but we just got our auto ATC because there is no Salt Lake controller telling us that 0554 is going to be our squawk, unless Denver decides to change it. That happens, and that's fine. They do as they want. We just have to adjust, adapt, overcome, save the day. All right. Now maybe he'll make an ATIS and let me know, will it be runway 34 or will it be my choice, which will then be 34. So I am going to go ahead with the ILS. Stand by. ILS to runway 34 Genie. Execute. Route. Where's that going to put us? All right. Add. Okay, let me look at my legs. They don't look that great today. Gene, thank you. There we go. We going to Derek. I like Didsy. Did see Derek in. Okay, execute. All right, and all we did was just got things set up, ready to go. And if we go missed approach, let me just read it real quick. Climbing left turn 7,000, heading 150 direct, GCC hold And if necessary, continue to 7,000. Cool. All right. Okay, now, this is where it gets kind of fun. 4.1 is our fuel. 32.8 is our gross weight. Is that triggering anything in anyone? Yes, it's in kilograms. Black. Sorry for those of you in Europe and those that live on it, just like we live on pounds. It really stinks. And I get it for you all. It really stinks to be in pounds. As a truck driver, I had a couple of problems due to kilograms instead of pounds. Whew. And yeah, it was not the funnest days, but that's for another time. All right, so how do we get around this? Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Clear. Can I do that, or is it gonna? It is gonna do that. Okay. Let me think. Oh, I remember what I did. Maybe. Oh, I know what I did. I'm trying to remember. Clear. Okay. Remember, I told you we can use this. And open your... Oh, no, we can't. How did I do this? All right, well, here's what we're gonna do. All right, right here, switch it. 4.1, 4.1. So your zero fuel weight's going to come in at 28.7. We're going to round it up. Okay, it did 28.6. Our reserve, now that gets a little tricky because you got to get it from SimBrief. I'm getting it right now. We are running reserve 4.4627, and you just gonna open a thing up and say pounds in your to KGS and paste it in there on your open browser. 2000, we'll call it 2.2. Okay. Today's flight, 13,000 feet. Cost index 15, just because it won't do anything unless you do. CG, I actually don't ever put anything in, I believe. All right, so we're gonna go to takeoff. Now we will use, let me do SimBrief here real quick. Okay, 24. Let's do 18. Yeah, don't mind the trim. Okay, I'm gonna do that real quick and bring it back up this way. All right, for flaps 18, we're looking at Oh, we got to turn that on. Is it 33? KGS, let me just look. We are 22. All right, let's power up. Stand by, I'm going to get something going here real quick. All right. We did the test. We're going to click TO, so 93.7. Outside air temperature 29. Okay. Takeoff set and click, and there we got our EPR set. Okay, so not sure why we're set for 33,000 kilograms. I am just going to use these. Oh, look at that. It could put us up to 31,000. Okay, we're just going to go with it. I don't know where we're getting a gross weight of that at. Oh, I do. Right, I'm sorry. I was reading empty weight. 32,733. Okay, let's do this. Okay, go. Oh, I may have to use 3.3. But I don't want to. All right. Yeah, I know. Sometimes getting the performance in right is not fun, but we're going to go with it. Okay. All right, that takes care of that. All right, so now let's, people are aboard. And we're all set to go here. Let's get up here. right, first thing for the before start, we want to make sure fuel is off. All tanks are, oh wait, we need that one on, sorry. Down here on, they're off as well. Okay, center tank in auto. It is. Pressurization. Okay. And ice detect. Okay, we're good on the fuel. Okay, today is the 30th of the month of July, and we're on the first flight. Okay, everything looks good there. All right, transponder. This gets a little interesting. We're going to do this. A, enter. S, enter. Papa, enter. 7, enter, 7, enter. Okay. And now we'll put our squawk in 0, 5, 5. Four. Dang it. Okay, we're up on that. Radios are on. Okay. Airspeed bugs we're going to leave as is. Radios are... let's go ahead and put Sheridan in. One, 3. Oh. And then 114.6. Okay. If we happen to be picking up Gillette, that's great. If not, that's great. We're only hoping for Sheridan, and I see 5 miles. That looks good. All right, we're ready to go. Verify. Denver's still up. We're showing on VATSIM. We're ready to go. I don't know if you are, but yeah, we are ready to go. Oh, I know one thing I want to do. I guess I have to do it from this angle. All right, let me grab the weather reports. Let's first, okay, Sheridan will not. Gillette does not. Okay. Currently, we are looking at 3008. Okay, I can deal with that. All right, let's do it. Let me take a look outside here. I think we can just pull away. Okay, yeah, it looks like relatively short taxi. Here we go, showing it to you. Oop. Okay, so you can see where we are terminal here. We're going to just basically do literally a 270-degree turn, go out to A1 and get ready for takeoff on a 5,000-foot runway with a 5-knot tailwind. All right, I think we are, let me just make sure. All right, initial altitude 13. Granted, ATC could give us something that tells us differently. Okay, we're ready to start up. All right, so make sure we turn the fasten seatbelt sign on. That is actually down here, so it's a little, your no smoking is right here. Oop, one more. Right, still off. Right here, but your seatbelt's right by your taxi lights and all. We also need AC pump to on. Okay, air. Okay. Okay, all 4 pumps are now running. All right, so we're going to be using right here. So we're going to turn the ignition on, start power to normal. Start master on, and we're going to go to number 4 first. Okay, gets a little tricky here. 20. You gotta move the switch down, then push your throttle up. Now, if you've got other kinds of throttles and you're using them, you're gonna have to read the manual. Number 3, starting. Same thing. Now, an interesting thing happens, and those of you familiar with Just Flight's BAe, help me out. I run into troubles where sometimes the engines don't start. I don't know if that's what you call a hot start, what, but for some reason they don't come alive. All, you know, one or two of them. Okay, going now. Love to know what I'm doing wrong, so feel free if you're on YouTube to back it up, go forward. Somewhere along the lines, I am... Okay, that one. And by the way, if we have any real pilots or any pilots who flew this aircraft in the real world, I'd love to pick your brain. I'll be gentle. Okay, everything is stable. Looks like we're all four started. Okay, start switch, start master off. Gen, okay, now let me zoom in. All right, Gen 1. On. APU back on, pack 1, pack 2 back on. And my packs. Okay, now brake fans set to auto. Okay, I think we are just about ready. Just getting some things on here like pitot heaters. Okay. Down here, transponder, rotate. Okay. Real quick, we need to go to Unicom. Okay, CTAF's on. Sheridan traffic, Aspen Air 77, taxi to runway 24 for takeoff. Now, as you can tell, this thing has some really big spoilers. So, I'll be totally honest, I don't know how that'll work when we're slowing down. Okay, we're ready to go. Sorry about that.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for takeoff.
Sheridan traffic, Aspen Air 77 departing 24 to the east.
Cabin crew, arm doors and cross-check.
TMS set to takeoff.
Here we go.
Speed aligned, both watches. 80 knots, cross-checked. V1, rotate.
Dive, dive. Dive, dive.
VFTO, safe height speed, select flaps up.
Okay. And, hey, thanks Pratt PT6 redeeming some channel points, channel cups of coffee, and with the dive, which we kind of did for you. Okay, let me, okay, there's 10,000 feet. Just in case. Seven. All right, we need to make sure we're armed. We are. You need to make sure this is lit, otherwise you go through the altitude. Okay, we're off to Midge. And by the way, yes, I do know some of you have asked me, I thought this aircraft flew VOR to VOR. I'll be honest, I know nothing about this plane, other than I think it's a pretty cool cargo plane. We haven't done that yet. It does come with the quiet traders. So we haven't gotten there yet.
Cabin crew have been released to begin their service, but please note that the seatbelt signs are still on.
So we're getting there. We're just trying to learn the plane. Granted, we don't fly it as often as some of the others, but I think you do enjoy when it goes up, especially the fact I have a hard time, especially in landing with it. Okay, we are level. See if there's anything. Hang on a second, catching up to where I was. Okay, let's, well, we're not really overly concerned with pressurization on this one. And as you can tell, you got a pretty good amount of information here. Okay, we're airborne. I hope you enjoyed. Actually, that was, I mean, wasn't the direction I wanted to turn, but, you know, hey, it worked. All right, well, it's time to start setting up for the arrival already, believe it or not. All right, we need to descend to cross Genie at 7,200 feet. Again, turn your altitude select on, which, let me just make sure, yeah, it's on, okay. And again, you may just want to use this to get things started. And don't forget, power back. Okay, 33, which will be full flaps 111. Okay.
Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Localizer armed. Glide slope armed.
Okay, we are hopefully getting ready to connect here.
Glide slopes alive, 1 dot to go. Localizer captured. Speed checked below 205. Select flaps 18. Glide slope captured. Speed check below 205. Select gear down. Speed checked below 180. Select flaps 24. Speed checked below 170. Select flaps 30.
That's kind of nice that he stair steps you down. I got a runway.
Established on the ILS. Autopilot disconnected.
All right, here we go. Well, let's go ahead and start bringing the power back a little. Landing stable.
200. $100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Ground idle. Brake pressure seen. 80 knots. 60 knots.
I don't know about you all, but that felt like a good landing. That was actually fun. All right, we're going to use the whole runway. I don't know why Denver didn't want us, but that's okay. If I had to critique myself on one thing, lack of radio communication. But kind of was expecting oh, hang on a second here. We have a response. Let's get on the taxiway. Flaps up. The landing looked good from Mayor Omar. Welcome aboard. First time chat, I believe. Yes, it is. Thank you. It really did. And looking at the numbers, I think I saw 305 at 114, which that, by the way, is right about where landing speed was. So that I'm very pleased with. Let's see. All right, we're gonna get some things taken care of here off the runway. All right. Taxi lights on, TMS can go off now. Transponder. Oh, by the way, I turned the brake temp on and they weren't actually that overheated, so we'll set it to exponder and we can turn off our continuous ignition and taxi to the terminal. So welcome into Sheridan. I'm sorry, correction, Gillette. Oh, yeah, you can tell I get turned around real easy out here. Okay, again, this was not a tutorial flight, but you could follow along. Use the manual. I'm still using it. I think we're well past a dozen or so flights with it. I don't know what I'm missing. There's something I'm missing in pre-flight. Not giving me, you know, a takeoff config good, but we just go. So, but hey, welcome aboard, everyone. Hey, if you're new to the channel, especially on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching us on YouTube, on the replay video, hit that subscribe button. Love to have you, both features free. And if you're on YouTube, hey, if you liked it, give us a thumbs up. That's even lets us know more than you could imagine that you actually, you know, subscribing is nice. It's free, but, you know, getting a thumbs up, that's always cool. You know, it just makes you feel a little better. All right, flaps are indeed up. Trim. Set. And we're just taxiing in. Like I said, this is the only flight tonight. I do work tomorrow. I get up at 4 in the morning. So once we park it, that'll be it. And I really do hope you enjoyed it. That was actually, I was wondering how that would turn out, and that really went well. Oh, this does not look like my map. Hang on, let's get outside and figure out why. According to my charts, that should have gone straight away, a parallel taxiway, but for some reason, we're on Bravo. This must be an older layout. I'll be honest, I didn't know Gillette had any kind of commercial traffic. I only know it, like I said, from when I worked on the railroad for a couple of months, about 6 months, I think, in total, before I got laid off, and realized that's the life of railroading here in the States. Maybe elsewhere it's a great job here in the States once you get past all the layoffs. Ooh, look at that Meridian. Ooh. Or is that? Yeah, that's a Meridian. Wow. But yeah, the coal. Oh wow, what's that? An A320? What the heck are these big jets doing here? It's supposed to be little jets. Oh well. I know there's a streamer or two out there from the great state of Wyoming. Hopefully they'll get a chance to see it. Not sure if they're from this part of the neck of the woods or if they're in a different area, but the flight was Sheridan, Wyoming to Gillette. And watch you go, where's that? I've had that before from people. I say, you live in the state, you don't even know that. It's a big state. And no offense, but it's a big state with really nothing in it. Just a lot of ore and all that we mine. Oh, a couple of A320s or A319s. Wow. A320s. I mean, I think, yeah, well, 7,500. Yeah, you can get a bus out of here. density altitude could be a problem, but other than that, it was shouldn't have any troubles. But I really don't think they do. All right, we're getting ready to pull in between them. Again, I hope you enjoyed. It was a very fun flight. Very short flight. Now, out of here with Piedmont Virtual, we'll talk a few moments before shutting the stream down about it. It's a good airline if you like historical airlines. If you're in it to find Delta, don't. If you're in it to find US Air, don't. Even though that would be a good place for them. But no. What it is, let's get shut down here first. I need to turn those taxi lights off. There they are. Okay. Oh, let's see. Seatbelts are off. Hang on. We'll let the captain get to say one more thing.
Cabin crew, doors to manual and cross.
I'm sorry. The purser. Okay. Confirm the plane is depressurized. I don't think it really did. We'll switch hydraulic pumps off. Okay, Gen 1, Gen 4 off reset. Gen 1, oh, I think I got to go down one. Off reset. APU gens on, never turned it off. Okay, come down here. There it goes. Well, actually, yeah, number 2 is finally shutting down. I think we got them all. And that's the other thing that happens with this. It gets kind of a little frustrating. Okay, seatbelts are off, fuel pumps. We can go up here now. I like zooming in just so you all know what I'm clicking in case you're interested. Okay, all heaters off. And that's just our screen. And our pitos, ice detect off. Guard on, beacon light. And I think that's it. All right, and there you have it, Aspen Air 77 on the ground, Sheridan, Wyoming. Folks, I really do hope you enjoyed it. It was a fun flight on my part, I will tell you that much. We're not on the ground, Sheridan. We're on the ground, Gillette, Wyoming. Oh my gosh, even the captain can't figure out where he was. Funny story, real quick. We came in from, oh, where did we go? Oh, Texas, was it? Anyway, we landed in St. Louis. It was an American Airlines flight, so I'm pretty sure it was Texas. Welcome to Miami. Okay, maybe St. Louis. You know, give them credit, folks. Think about how many flights some of these guys pull in a day. I mean, more than two. Where am I? So, but anyway, that was kind of funny. Welcome to Miami as we land in St. Louis. All right, let's look at the flight real quick. Hang on. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Start up Acres. Oh, I got to do the flight again. Doggone it. I hate when I have to do that. You can tell the hurt in the voice, right? Well, we won't restream it. Let's put it that way. But we will fly it again. Or maybe I'll just head down to Cheyenne next time. We'll see. But anyway, let's look at Elevatech here real quick. And that can at least tell us and confirm for us that, yeah, it was a pretty good flight. All right, let's go over here, find the flight. There it is. I mean, granted, I wanted to go left, but we went right. And I mean, overall, I mean, when you're flying with the Jeep, you know, literally GPS, it's pretty, you know, you're going to fly the route. All right, let's get down to nitty gritty here. So, see, even here it shows it drawn as a connected taxiway, but as we saw, not so. All right, let's get over here. The numbers 305, 114, 1.2 Gs. We were 24 minutes early. Welcome home, folks. But anyway, it was a great flight. Great having you all aboard. That's, you know, that always helps make a flight pretty decent. Still planning Saturday at 9 o'clock. There are some things going on, so it will only be one flight. That I will guarantee you, one flight. So that way we don't have that confusion we had last week. Trying to get 2 flights in, but just no time. So I hope you check us out on Saturday, and glad to have had y'all aboard. I think that will conclude tonight. So thank you again for being a part of Flying with Mike. It's my pleasure always to go up, chat with y'all, and just, you know, try to have some fun. And also remember, I am not ashamed of my faith, but I do like sharing that it's the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes in Jesus. And Jesus is the way, the only way. Even though y'all may think this world, you know, it can't be the only way. It is the only way, and it's through a narrow door. I mean, you can go through the wide one, but it's not going to lead where you want. The narrow door leads you to Jesus, and you have to believe, have faith. Jesus Christ is your Lord. And, oh, I lost my train of thought, but have faith. Y'all have faith, believe it or not. Some of you have told me, I don't have any faith. What do you mean? I said, really? How are you sitting in that chair and not concerned? It's a lot of faith to sit in a chair. Don't believe me. I've said this a few weeks ago. There's a movie that's been out, oh my God, many years. The Patriot by Mel Gibson. I'm not asking you to watch the whole movie. Just get past the credits to where the opening scene is, and within 15 minutes you will learn you have a lot of faith. Um, intentional, maybe, I don't know, but it's a really good scene. So you really do. And if you want another one, tell me where the wind starts and where does it go and end. It's a lot of faith to believe that's the wind. So, but I'm not ashamed of the gospel, for it's the power of God for salvation, which is available to everyone who believes. First to the Jew, then to the Greek. And again, as we said in the beginning, the Greek refers to everyone else other than the Jewish faith. So, and because of Jesus' sacrifice on the cross, the door was opened for Gentiles and Greeks, as our verse here says. We are all Gentiles. So, all right, y'all have a great night. We'll see you Saturday. God bless, and try to do something nice tomorrow for someone, or today, depending what the time zone is. We'll see you Saturday.